change it to 4 players.
It should be 4. If it's not, I apologize. You made a Kyril sad. Alright, we have Draconis, we have Temporal Kyril, we have that, and we have that. Yeah, I deserve the music getting back on. It is in the original to go live notification. If not, I will send that around. Bear with.
I have to get used to 4 players again. Kershey.
I know, the difficult task of becoming a 4-player normal game. Alright, so let us see what we can do here. So I have a 10-point deficit in the championship to Kyril, so I'm going to be gunning for him a little bit here. And I'm also going to disconnect myself from the chat. So thanks for joining me, Rise, keeping me company. But time for commentary that I'm going to talk about my hand. Kyra was welcome to join me as well, but he decided against it. Okay, so not much to speak of with this hand. It's looking like pin 2 if we can close the closed weights here. If not, we'll just go for a Tanyo because we've only got one 9er on her. And yeah, that's looking quite good. So now we got that in, we can close that here. We've got a potential Sanchikyu on as well, 6, 7, 8. So we'll look to see whether that becomes available for us. If not, we're happy to take that. 4 would be useful. Close up that end. 6, 7's fine if we just get the Tanyo side of things. That'll be generally useful, but we've got most of the hand complete, so the 1's not doing a lot for us right now. Beyond that, we're just looking for Tanyo Pin Fedora 1 if we can manage it. Okay, Tanyo Pin Fedora 2, potentially. So if we draw a 4, we can potentially go into a closed weight on that. But I feel most likely if we draw a 6, we're going to go into sort of a double weight on that side. Hopefully try and keep the Dora 2. And of course now we can call Dora 3 if we need to and just get Tanyo Dora 3. Yeah, it's tempting to call this, but I think we're going to ignore it for the moment. Got a few more turns before we get into the end game side of things, and I feel that waiting on that is probably the best decision. We still wouldn't have advanced the hand too much. We still have this closed weight to get rid of. Get rid of the 4 in this instance. Okay, don't need that. 5's not a bad tile here, though it potentially puts us into a furry 10 trap if we end up needing that 9 later. So if I draw a 6 or a 7 in the moment, 7 especially, then that puts me into a side needing the 9 again. Yeah, see, that's already put us into that kind of furry 10 trap. Okay, I think we're going to force for Tanyo here. We have too many pairs of this. Alright, we'll drop the 5 dot. But I feel we're now going to call and start forcing. Keep hand, but if we can get Dora 3 out of it. Alright, that was good. Alright, get rid of the entirety of that closed weight. 1 call from Tenpai. See, if I called the 6 as well, I'd have opened Sanchikyu, which would have just added an extra 1, but... Thank you very much, Rise. Alright, calling into Senpai, getting there. So, there we go. Tanyo Dora 3. Nice hand to put myself in as dealer with. This is not great, but we'll see what happens. I've potentially got 4 pairs, so I can go for a Toy Toy 7 pairs hand, depending on what comes quicker. I'd like to have a dragon for backup on this, but I can always go Tanyo with the 4 pairs I've got, so that's where I'll be looking. But obviously I want to keep the bonus tiles because I can get a pair of those, then that opens up the toy route a lot easier than just going at it now without those as backup. So one of those 3 bonus tiles or something useful. We got rid of a 1, so we might as well get rid of a 2. So white dragon's gotten rid of. 1 doesn't help me much. 2's a good draw. That gives me 5 pairs. So I think we're looking at the 7 pairs route. Let's get rid of a dragon then. We'll still be considering Toy's backup because we have Toy Tanya. So it's... yeah, I'm much more a fan of a Toy Tanya route. Especially if we draw a 4, that gives us Tenpai as well. So we've gone aggressive. I've unfortunately discarded a 2, so which in hindsight doesn't look great. I also have 2 red 5s, so it might have been worth keeping that 4. But I want to try and hold on to this. The rest of the remaining tiles are tricky. 6.5 so and 3 mana, not the easiest of things to draw with. And having discarded a second one of those now negates a Sanchi Kodoko, which I'd love to be bluffing, but not happening. Seven's a good draw in any other situation other than this one. Because it opened up the possibility of going double door. With a dealer, and we're demanding a bit of respect here with the 2 early calls. 4 gets played. We've got the escape route into Tanyo only. So Tanyo, Dora. Or Tanyo Dora anyway. East doesn't help. That makes me wish I kept that. Again, I'm dropping quite a few pairs here, although I wouldn't have those if I'd have carried on because I wouldn't have called these, but just showing the margins sometimes. 8 doesn't help me much. Well, we don't have to win this hand. We just have to see if we can manage it. Red dragon safe. Eight dot again doesn't help us. Nah, this is the problem with these tiles. They've not really been that useful to us, and now we've got to play defensive a little bit. Not we've got a lot we can play defense with against that. All of our tiles are risky against that Riichi, unfortunately. That also is dodgy. Well, if I get 1 through, I get the 2nd through. So what do we feel is best here? Probably Manzu, based on the early ones, so I'm going to discard my 3-man. Fortunately, I'm now going to be through a 10, unless they're lucky enough to get a 7 here. 7 is a safe tile, and that's a good draw. All right, Tenpai, 5, 6. So we might be able to incidentally win here. Tanyodora free again. And that looks like a fold. Last discard. He's going to give me the Haite. 6 dot for Haite. Come on. Ah. 4-player Tenpai, though. That was a little on the edge there. I don't think there was any respect for the dealer whatsoever. And clearly somebody should have been punished for that. Possibly even me. Alright, well, let's move on. So we've got open 7, 8, 9 Sanchi as a possibility from the opening hands. Thinking that possibly something along Chanter lines. Less so now, but... So we're looking at Sanchi here. So if we can get the 9 and the 7 early enough, then that's what we'll be looking for. Failing that, we're happy to take Pinfu and a couple of Dora. If we took that, we force the Sanshku, and I don't feel we need to force it at the moment. We've still got plenty of options to get us to Pinfu quite easily, so we'll hold off. If we'd have gone aggressive and called that, we'd have been committed, and then we might never have got this 7. So I'd much happier with the current shape we are at the moment, with the multiple tiles that can get us into a Pinfu weight. That has also vindicated our decision there, because now, if we get that 7, we have Sanshku without any help. And I just need to get a pair of something. The only downside with this is if I finish one of these off, I've got the pair, so that would be Tenpai. Okay, early reach from the temporal chiral. East is still alive. We're going to toss for 9. Okay, and that is deal in. And my dealer turn passes without any benefit to me. I mean, the hammer's good. It had the potential to get into Sanshku range, but I'd need to get lucky and draw the 7 before I drew one of the other 2 completed sequences. But hey, can't control everything. Gonna pass the dragon. We're gonna wait on this because the hand's not developed enough to get a lot of benefit if we call the second one, and I've got 2 safe tiles in case things go wrong. We are in the lead. We don't need to chase this too much. So we're going to hold off and see what happens in the next few turns. Drawing a couple of closed things here, so getting that finished in, getting a 7 would be useful. East is still alive. Let's toss for 9 for the moment. So yeah, 7, 3, and 2 are just inside. Alright, let's risk the white dragon. That passed. East is also a Dora, so that's another consideration we want to think about. If somebody calls this, they've got a Mungan. Which almost invariably means we're going to have to try and keep it. Okay, first 6 on the way to Nageshi Mungan. Gonna be ruined here. Nope, not quite. We've got 2 green dragons if we wanted to try and keep this going, but we'd need a lot more luck. We basically need to get to the end drawing nothing but terminal tiles. Which is not happening. Alright, let's toss for 9 here because we preferred the pairs on this side to the other one. And that's for dragon. We're going to go for it this time. We weren't ready before. This time we're a little closer. Alright, that's good. Alright, 1 away. Tenpai. Alright, Tenpai waiting on Friso. Not the greatest of way, and as mentioned, we did have to give away the instant Mungan for this, but we are in Tenpai. And all 4 of the Frisos are still available. But not going to happen. That is instant Mungan. I don't know why. It just happened. Okay, well, Kara's down in 3rd. It's very even, but it's Rise who's in trouble. Lady Indicator Dragon, because it's almost guaranteed to be safe here. It's another quick hand. You could say it was silly, but I had Tenpai. Which is a fair consideration, actually. I should probably have considered holding on to it, but I had Tenpai and the ability to win from that. 4 life tiles. Yeah, maybe I'm playing a little overly aggressive. I'm going to take that, but he didn't see my hand. And I felt it was time. Alright, South is okay, but it's not our win, so not much we can do with that. other than just have it. Should have got rid of the 7 over the 2 there, but only because I discarded the 8 earlier. So next tile we'll get rid of that. Alright, second door indicator. Of course, this isn't the Door Dragon, is it? It's the white that's the Door Dragon. Duh. I always get it wrong. Other way around. Green empowers red. Plenty of options with that. We're not going to do any of them. Alright, so Rise definitely wants a win here. Probably needs a win given his point count, actually, but let's see what he can do. That's an okay draw for us. So this is bringing up a long string of dot tiles. So I think we want to draw the 8 as soon as possible, really. Cut some more Sozu. Alright, 7-7. So if we draw one of those, we can be in Tenpai for reach only. Actually, no, we can be in Tenpai for Sananko if we self-draw it. So reach Sananko. If we can draw a 9-7 or south. Alright, let's get rid of the souths. Wow, that's a thing. It was live, but it's got it from a pair. There. Okay, that happened. This time, it is the red dragon, so let's get that right way around. Keep the red, carry on. So Draconis is a slight point lead going into this. But the hand is still good. There's nothing wrong with this hand at the moment. If I can draw another red dragon, get a pair of those going, then... Okay, Paradora Dragon, so we can call Dragon for Tenpai. Dragon Dora 4. We'll close this up and be in a 5 dragon weight. There's 1 dragon left.
Riichi.
Okay. Reach number 2. So a 1-3 Sozu weight, a 1-4 Sozu rate. All of them are still available. And this is a good hand. This is a game-winning hand if I sumo here. Because it will bust Rise out as well. I can afford to reach, of course, because if I bust Rise, I'm almost certainly going to win with this, overtaking him. So it's now just a case of avoid the Shadowhawk for a bit.
Riichi.
1-4. Go on. 1. No. See, Manzu are dodgy against him, from what I can tell. Sozu are as well, which might prevent that one coming from anywhere else.
Sumo.
Shindora 4. Should have totally kept my mouth shut. Might have worked better. Oh, it feels like I'm on tilt already, and it's I mean, in third. I'm not on a stupid amount of points, but I need to stop playing like an idiot now. So let's just move the game on, get ourselves into the dealer position. Hope Rise stays alive. It's on 1200, so he's getting a little desperate. I'd even be happy to try and start dealing into him a little bit just to keep the game going, but we'll see. Nine would have been a useful draw, but for a different hand. Again, I'm not getting anything value-wise in this to go with. Five's a good draw. Let's go cut that. I should really probably cut the red since one was played, but... I mean, the hand's got some options. I could potentially still hit a Sanchiku from here. 3, 4, 5. That will require 3 more specific draws. I'm more likely to get a Tenpai before that on a Pinfu. Tanya's out of the question because I've got a pair of 1s. Well, I'd say it's out of the question. It's not really because I've got a pair of 6s as well, so might have to get rid of one of those. Alright, he's got the double ton. I could try forcing, but I don't feel this is the time for it. Play with 7. Last chance really to do that.
Riichi.
Okay, Carol reaches. 2 dots probably safe against him. Based on his early discards, he doesn't want any low Sozu or low dot tiles. He probably does want middle Manzu or low Sozu, maybe. I don't know. It's possible. All the 2's going also, I've just noticed this means this weight is less than ideal. Two's just passed. So this puts us 1 from Tenpai, assuming we can get something that can go. Oh, that's not good. Gonna play the 1 because it's probably safer.
Riichi.
Alright, Rise has gone for his last chance.
Dom.
And we're in third on 29,000 points. Chiral Mahjong God just moves into second. Oh, it's tied. Priority has taken effect here. Priority. My connection is closed, which is not good. Let me just reconnect. Ooh, I've had 2 connection closed in very quick proximity, which does not sound encouraging. Well, everything else seems fine. I'm definitely streaming okay, so, Just a case of what mess am I about to deal into? Alright, hold on. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to just go back around and see if I can join in the old style thing. That is actually... I wonder if they've got server issues. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with me, so... Well, we'll see if we can play on from here. Well, we're restarting in. Alright, so we've got Adrianus, Rise, and myself. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I need a win here to catch some points up on Chiral. Not going to call that. This is not the greatest of starting hands. And I may even start it with the Kokuchi answer, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to start this with Kokuchi answer. I'm probably looking more Chanter than Kokuchi at this point. I've got Green Dragon for backup. But thankfully, all the tiles that have been discarded thus far I've got. Alright. Last chance. Draw another north. I'm not currently committed, but 2 norths are gone, so we got those as safe tiles at least.
Home.
Our dragons might be eaten up in a moment, so we'll see. It'll be a great time for me to draw a white dragon. I mean, it's not dead yet. At least from what I can see, it's not dead yet. It might well be dead from what other people can see, but we'll worry about that later. I'm not tilting, I just don't have a hand that can do anything. Besides which, what I have usefully done is caught a hand full of safe tiles. I know, it wasn't necessarily tilting, I just knew the hand wasn't going to get anywhere. Tilting would be calling this. Tilting, apparently, in hindsight, was getting rid of those norths. Seven's safe over there. It's fine. I mean, I've got a useful backup plan, that's the thing. Got safe tiles against the person who's made a call. And I mean, I'm only 2 tiles away from 7 pairs Tempai with 2 Dora. So it's not all bad. This, though, is probably the point where I'm going to have to say east. Now, see, we'd have been fine. Should have stuck with the guns of doom. Again, I'd have had 7 pairs if I'd have kept the Norths and the Easts. No, it's fine. Safe tile, safe tile. No 10! I lose nothing but move the dealership closer to me. Perfect. My Kokushi did its thing. I don't know what at all it was to do with that, but you know. Alright, this is a better shape hand. Let's see what we can do. Alright, 2 runs. East. Yeah, this is just about perfect. Still got some loose tiles. We'll see what that connects into. Oh, very nice. All right. So 1 away from Tenpai. Can call the East and go into a dragon only, which would be a bit optimistic. North's better than the dragon. All right. North, I was about to say, North is yet unplayed, but it's also Dora. So East into a Dora wait.
Boom.
Okay, North Dora wait then. Let's see what happens. Will anyone play a Dora into this? They're running out of chances, I've got to be honest. Keep hearing the noise and know it means something. Alright. Let's move ourselves into Chanter territory if we can get that. Draw number 9 gets into Chanter. Chanter, Ton, Dora Dora. If somebody does get a pair of them and decides they want to play safe, I mean, who'd be foolish enough to wait on a single North wait? Who would be foolish enough to wait on a single North wait? In fact, the only other option was going 9-6, but...
Riichi.
Not a reach on my North, though. Reach on my last 9, I think. North is not safe against him either, so I'm going to have to risk it. But yeah, don't play 7s and 3s into that, but also don't play Fedora. So my options were...
Wrong.
There we go. We'll take it. East. Double Dora. Feels a little mean, but would you have let go of it if it hadn't reached? Oh, yeah, extra 1,000 points out of a deal as well because he reached. Yeah, and it's cheap. It was free Han.
Boom.
The question I want here is, do I go all tilt on this Chinitsu hand? Depends how quick Scotty's going to be, I think. It was 5,200. No worries, no worries. I also should have been played the dragon there. So we're looking for possible Itsu here. Because that looks the more likely way this could go.
Dong.
But in fact, it's going to be Haku Red Dora. Draconis loses more points to Scotty. I remain in first place. East 4. It's fine. I decided I had to tell you, though, it was 5,200 points. I couldn't let that stand and just vocalize it and not have it challenged. If people say things in the chat that I want the people in the game to see, then I need to challenge it. And therefore, I can't just speak it out loud. Spelt wrong. Long-winded misspelt speech. Okay, useful. So, I think again we're looking Pinfu here, but there is that Itsu opportunity that might come along. It's a bit late, but let's get rid of a dragon.
Home.
Let's get rid of another dragon. Should have got rid of those a little earlier. Still, I draw a 6 of Intenpai with the Pinfu, so 6 Dora is the ideal. Gonna get rid of that anyway. I know that it's technically bad to do that, but if we're gonna reach on anything, it's gonna be this red 5.
Chi.
4 is a potential thing. Gonna play 7 because it's a safe tile here, and I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so do we start dumping or do we go for this? I think we play 9. So we cut the pair of 9s here. We hope for Ipeiko or to use one of those as pairs.
Sumo.
He self-draw. Nothing too valuable, but enough to move the hands on. I'm still in the lead, but I'm below the winning threshold now. And this hand is gonna need some help. We'll see how the opening discards get us, but gonna need a bit of help here. Okay, so getting rid of some of the honor tiles, we're now in a position where possible Pinfu with Dora. More dragons. So 4, 5, 6 Sanshku or a Pinfu. I guess we could technically get 3, 4, 5, but we'd need a few extra draws for that. But things have potential. So that reconfirms the 4, 5, 6 if we're going to get anywhere, but we're still not looking great. 7. Doesn't help me much. Do I get rid of the closed, or do I stick with things, or do I try and get rid of a dragon here? Let's try and get rid of a dragon here. It passed. There was a bit of a pause, so I'm imagining somebody decided against that, but it's a little late, but it's fine if that happens. Alright. I want to get rid of the 1, 2. I'm not trying to stay into the Nageshi Mungan side of things, just FYI. I'm just trying to see where the rest of this goes. But drawing either of the 2 middle things there would be massive help. Call that I'm committed to a Tanyo, which I could take.
Chi.
That might be overplaying myself, but we're going to go with it. Okay, 1 away. I can call either the 4 or that and get into that. I can go for 6 and get into Tanyo Tenpai that way. That helps. So I've got 3 tiles I can call. 4, 6, and 3. 7's already gone. 7's already gone. So 7's are out. I can still call the 6, of course. I can still call the 3. Plenty of things I can call to get myself into Tenpai from here. That's not one of them. That's not one of them either.
Riichi.
Alright, late reach from the Scuddy. We got 7s that are safe against him, so those are what we will play.
Pom.
Yeah, we're now in Tenpai for the 6.
Long.
We were correct. Alright, Tanyo Doradora. And a bit lucky. Not going to deny that was a bit lucky. That was fortunate, and I probably shouldn't. If I hadn't had the safe discard there, it wouldn't have happened. I mean, I was actually debating getting rid of the 5, which, you know, was never a good option, but especially considering the 7s were already out anyway, so. Okay, so again, we're looking at Tanyo. Get rid of a door on the 3rd turn because it's not going to be helpful. If I draw the 5 or 7, that gets us pretty close. Keep that just in case we end up going pin 2 instead, even though what I've just said makes more sense to me. What I just want now is a quick hand to steal the dealership back. Okay, so this means we've got multiple things we're calling to get us into Tanyo. War him into 7 pairs. 7 pairs is an option. 1 away, so Tanyo 7 pairs. And since we're in the lead now, we're going to be concealing this one. Also because we just don't have a reasonable tile to be waiting on with this. Drop the 9s. So 5, 6, 7 man. Any of those. Alright, 7's been played. 1, 3 has been played. So there's no difference. Two red dragons been played, so we don't want that. Of course we didn't want the 3. Same odds, but, you know. Okay, there we go. Gonna play the 7, so we're now waiting on the 5, but we'll want to be changing that for... Well, I don't know what we want to be changing that for now. One's probably safe. Free is a Suji, but it's not encouraging.
相撲
Self draw. Okay. So Riichi, Pinfu, Red Dora, Sumo. Well, we now have a dealer. And okay. North, west, south, and we'll see where we sit after those. But likely another quick Pinfu with 2 Red Dora by the look of this. Okay, so we have our pair for Pinfu. Toi is a little optimistic from here. We've only got 3 pairs and no bonus tiles, so we'll be looking to just try and connect things around the middle tiles. Grab that Pinfu. Of course, if we draw a bonus pair tile in the meantime, that's worth keeping, which currently doesn't look likely. Other than that, we're just looking at Pinfu, which actually, if we draw the 4, drop the 9, draw something that connects there. Got a reasonably quick route in. Just need to draw a couple more useful tiles and we're there. Free's good. I'm tempted to... No, actually, this is better. We drop that. So we've still got 2-4. We've still got that. We've still got this. Just narrowing down a little bit more. South doesn't help us. 5-5. Does that help us? Not especially, but it's probably a safer discard to get rid of a 6 here.
カン
Okay, Smodie's gone Canning. That's given us an extra Dora. Pair of 2s. Does that change anything in the equation? I think it makes this a little better. So I guess the natural 4 draw into the 3-sided weight. Yeah, I think whatever we do, we're ending up on the 1-2 here. But if we can draw... actually, maybe that wasn't a good draw.
リーチ
No, we're still Tenpai. We're still 1 from Tenpai here. Problem is, if JPC pulls this off, he's going to do well in the order. The encouraging thing is that we know we've got at least one of these covered. But we've also got South we can just play if we need to. White Dragon safe against both. Dossing this 5 dot is going to be so difficult now.
Home.
Oh, Draconis has gone for this. So he's got to have a hand. Yeah, I've got to fold this. I don't like doing it, but we're late in the game. We're still 1 from Tenpai. And there's a lot of big hands going out there.
リーチ
Alright, 5 is safe. South is safe. North is 1, 2... 2 gone. We know 5 is probably safe here. Green Dragon, white 1.
相撲
And he sumos. So Smodie takes the dealership, which I'm not happy about. He's also got 2 Dora out of a deal. No Urdura though, so it stops at Mungan. He takes the lead. Last hand then, I need to hit him for about 3,000 direct, or I need a good enough hand. Hanneman to just... Hanneman Sumo would do it. Actually, Hanneman Sumo is overkill. Mungan Sumo would probably do it. Less than that, probably. Either way, I need something. Yeah, I didn't need to. I was leading. It might have helped, but then the game got a little crazy at the end. I can't guarantee I would have been safe through it, so... Okay, we have White Dragon. We have 1 Dora. White Dragon, 2 Dora. White Dragon, 2 Dora would be fine. Okay, we have our plan then.
Boom.
We continue our plan. Actually, I should have got rid of the 1-2, but not that. So if I call the 1-2, that means I'm going with White Dragon Door 2. Well, you know. I'm not saying what I raise right in the slightest, but it's just the way I prioritize and do things. Red Dragon's still alive. I'm going to be risky just because I see all the 2s now. Well, most of the 2s. I'm just going to cut now and see if I can incorporate this red in. Because if I get free hand, that's enough as a sumo. So
Hung.
free hand could even be enough as a direct hit, especially with the extra Dora that's happened. Means I can also call this north that comes off. And call the 3-6. Not going to bother with that. See, I'm now regretting cutting this 2, but I saw all the 2s. I saw, you know. Alright, that's helpful. So now I can draw a 4, or be in the tempo for a 4 at least. And that allows me to incorporate both. But I've also got 3 Dora. I've got natural 3 Dora with this White Dragon, so I've got a Mungan. Mungan is definitely enough, no matter who it's from, if I can get the win. Play the 7 since one was just played. So 3-6 or the 4-so from Rise gets me there. Red 5 dot.
G.
Into Red Dragon. Alright, 4-so is enough to win.
Long.
I was playing slightly risky there. I might get lucky depending on his scratches on value. It's not enough. You need a bit more than that. Alright, I will take second. Pick up some points, and I will move into one more game this evening before I head off. I generally talk about... I'm assuming you are listening if you're saying that. I generally talk about my hand composition of things, so yeah, I mind a little bit. Because it's kind of a tutorial... The intent of this is a tutorial series as well to a certain extent, so I have to explain my hand and decisions to some extent. I don't mind the chat being a general thing, however I do sometimes have to glare at people for revealing certain aspects of my hand during the game itself. But, yeah. I should probably type this out. Well, indeed. Well, if you want to hear my thought, these will be uploaded eventually. I might regret this, but we're going to go with this side of the things here. We're using the East as a pair. It's a bonus set, but we'll see.
Home.
Six dot doesn't help me. Let's just get rid of that. So I've got to assume Draconis is on for something. Maybe he's playing that. Probably Tanyo, but it could easily be a one. It could be a half flush as well.
Chi.
Okay, Tanyo is most likely then. Oh, he just rushes back the hands to find out if I thought there was anything silly. Yeah. I'm also sometimes oblivious, so, you know, I fail to notice silly things happening in the background.
Chi.
This, however, we have to stop doing. Must give him all the tiles.
Chi.
Fine. Alright. Fine. Fine. Not happy about doing it, but we're doing it now. Tanyo. He's got all simples without any help there. It's cheap, so I could go for it because it's cheap, but it is all simples. Yep, all simples Dora 1. Which is dealer is all you need. Hence why I decided not to push into that. He wasn't going to win the game with that hand, but I didn't want to take a full hit if it turned out to be 6,000 points, which it could have been if he'd had Dora. Yeah, one's nice, and also the tiles he were playing were safe, and that's why I decided to just fold at that point. After dealer with 3 calls, you have to assume they're ready. Just have to. I mean, after 2 calls, I really should have considered him ready, but I gambled, and he got a third. I mean, he was going a bit on. He's going for it from a bit far back, considering how cheap the hand was, but he's for dealer in the first hand, so we forgive that usually. It's very difficult to lose the game in the first hand. You can put yourself in a bad situation, but lose the game in the first hand is unusual. Unless somebody's got a Yakkerman, anyway. Sam Byman, I mean, you're still in the game at 1,000 points, but... very difficult to do. So from here, again, looking at potentially high Sanchiku, or just going with a standard Pinfu, possible Tanyo. We have 2 Dora, so it's a reasonable hand to attempt things with. And if it turns out by pushing we get rid of the 1-9 and just go Tanyo something, then that's how we'll do it. Hey, Debbie! How are you? You missed a fun round of betrayal. I killed everybody with Pa's hammer. Pa's hammer, indeed. It turned out to be cursed. I mean, the person who originally picked it up tried to kill me with it, failed, and then I took it from him. No worse shenanigans. Alright, Japan picks up a second win. We didn't find anything from Ma, so we'll have to find it out next time. But the good news is the McBobbins own the house. For now. At least going into the first chapter, the McBobbins own the house. Unfortunately, I didn't get to heirloom any items because I didn't get to pick up any items. But, you know. Next time. Next time. Okay, so Draconis is pretty hard. Is cutting dot tiles pretty hard at the moment. He might be trying to bluff a Kokshi or a thing. Then he was stabbed in the back and betrayed. E-I-E-I-O. Well, no. We'll see if something happens to it. We'll see if something happens. I mean, it might well have something happen to it. I don't know yet. Maybe Pa's hammer will do something else in the future. Maybe it'll be a significant item for the end game. I have no idea. Or maybe, and just maybe, it's just a hammer that people use to dig graves and burn witches. By the way, everybody's accused of witchcraft. Except me. I wasn't a witch either. This is probably true. Yeah, eventually the hammer will fail. But I will try to take it to the end. I guess that's the reason why you can't heirloom it, because you could potentially destroy it. And also, heirlooms give you a bonus, so, you know. Potential Sanchku is on for this one as well. If we can get a couple more useful draws. Eight's not helpful. No, it's Pa's hammer. Okay, 3, 4, 5 then is a potential Sanchku option here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be Sanchku with the way the hand's laid out at the moment. I did say this was going to be the last one, but we'll see. We'll see. I might do it one more.
Riichi.
I'd like to say possibly Itsu and shout at this, but I think we're going to have to play safe and just see what happens. 1 dot's also safe against him. 4 is also safe, and that'd be our tile to get rid of because we know this is our pair. So there's options with this. If I draw the 3, that also allows me to go into that and just take the what I think is going to be 3-sided weight there. But I think I'm going to do a thing. No, I might play one more. We'll see. We'll see. I might be able to be convinced. I still open the thing. Actually, that thing wasn't from Marajin. Marajin said he does have a super special package available, but it's not actually sent yet, so I have no idea who sent this. This mysterious box of definitely not Galaxy things on there. I probably won't do it on stream, though. I'll probably just wait until after we're done, and we'll consider things from there. Oh, Tuso. Can I get the Tuso out? Not really. Let's have a go anyway. I don't know why I was risking that, but there. Okay. It's not hot chocolate. It's not sealed, so therefore there's something different in it, but I don't know what's in it. I know it came from the UK, but I don't know any more than that. It might even be something I've strangely ordered, but it doesn't look like it. Overweight mysterious package. Which, assuming it's not come from any of the people I know, means it's probably safe to open. Goodness knows if that'll apply to Meriton's package later, but you know. Okay, White Dragon. Gets past. We are in third, and there's a few points on the board at the moment. Scotty with the dealership. West Wind's ours, but we'll get there in the end. Nine is not helpful. That, however, is. So, double door tile. That opens up Pinfu and Tanyo. Actually, more Tanyo than Pinfu at this point, but options. Okay, we'll keep that. Actually, no, that's still probably the best thing to get rid of at this point. Leave the 8s or the 6s for pairs. Call one. I'm still quite a way away, really, but getting there.
Boom.
Yeah, let's speed this up. So I can't call anymore, but I'm one tile now from Tempai. With Freedora. Tanya Freedora. Actually... No, anyway, what am I thinking? Tanya Tudora.
Chi.
Fortunately waiting on the 4 only, but... But we might be able to improve things later. Gotta play the 1 because obviously we're in a Tanyo.
Wrong.
Green Dragon Ron, and that unfortunately is Green Dragon Dora for Draconis. Putting us into a tricky position, but not a desperate one at this stage. We're still well in the game. Just going to require a bit of help to catch up to him at this stage. Still at least 3. We're not too far. We're not out of it. We just would like to hit Draconis with something very soon. Preferably a truck. Truck full of jam sounds perfect. Alright, draw the White Dragon, get us into a thing, or we can do this. I dealt a dragon into him, so that was a little risky. We got ourselves into an open Tanyo Doradora. Unfortunately, I had also got into a situation where I needed to do the thing. And here, I'm kind of debating whether I should have just reached. I don't know. I'm not going to get a pin through out of this. I'm not actually going to be able to improve the hand any.
Riichi.
But I'm dealer upon the win, so hitting him with a truck full of jam sounds like the best plan right now. So 2 white. Severely doubt he's going to play either. Well, the white, definitely not. He did, however, just play a live green dragon.
Wrong.
And I've got to take that, unfortunately. Reach only.
Boom.
Well, Rise is off to the races. I was planning on hitting Draconis with a truck full of jam, but okay. I've only dropped to second east.
リーチ
And that's an early one from Draconis. Alright, Suji, it's not the ideal thing here, but I've also now backfired. In before Ipatsu. So I do have safe tiles against him. I can just toss for 7s, but I really want to protect this dealer turn if I can do it. I played one dragon into him already. What's another one, I suppose? He's getting late for it.
Sumo
What was he actually waiting on? 2-5. Wasn't a bad way to not actually a bad hand. Depressingly on dealer, so I lose more points for that. And Draconis maintains a solid position right now. Okay, West Wind. But dealer turn. Okay. East, since we're now in South, and that's less useful for us. $8 has been isolated for a few turns. So pair run. We're not too far from Tenpai, but it's not a good hand either. Fourth turn White Dragon, which was skipped. And again, I should have played the 7 dot first because I've just got rid of the 8 and this is leading myself into for a 10 traps. Should I now draw the 6?
Riichi
Correction, now we've got to keep with that. For a 10 trap or not, we've got to keep on with that. Safe tile for the first discard and then we'll see what we can do to just go around him. Again, it's going to be something silly or it's going to be cheap. But we now have to play around it. So 8 so for Tenpai if we can drop the 7, which seems like the worst discard, although the 4 getting through helps. The 4 passing is useful because that means if he's on a 7, it's a 7 only. So we're going to try and force it through now. Yep. Wanted to force that through before it randomly became helpful for our other players. West is his wind. I've played 1 in the first discard. And it passes now, usefully. Could be able to load a Mitsuzu as well. 1's no safe. Three dots safe. 9 dots relatively safe, but not guaranteed. And we have no choice at the matter anymore. 2's likely to be safe as well. He played early things. So he's not likely to be on a low mid Manzi weight. And we're still 8 from a Tenpai. I suppose we're also a 7 from a Tenpai, but I'd have to hope the 6 passes. 2 dots. Not been played. So I'm going to play the 9. A little bit of cowardice creeping in here, but I feel that it's probably going to be in our best interest to not lose points right now. And I have a feeling Draconis is doing the same thing at this point, so... Oh, it could be your pillow, actually. This is true. Yeah, it's a fair point. It's better than Mara's mystery box, I suppose. That could contain anything dangerous. Okay. This is an okay hand, but nothing spectacular. That helps it out a bit. Gonna pass the first one. Call the second one, and we're gonna go for a half flush. I didn't want to force the half flush until it was a bit more definite, but we're gonna have to now that we call that green. I suppose we've got an outside chance of Chanter if we get a 9 later on in the chain, and we can get this sorted. Okay.
Chi.
West for a call on the last dragon, then. That helps, so that opens up the Chanter route a little bit. Still, no, don't want to call that. So any high Sozu gets us into the Tenpai position. I don't think we're going to want that red dragon as a single weight option. Hello, Urza. It's been a while. How are you doing? I think I'm also forcing myself to play one more game now. There's too many people around.
Chi.
Not ideal, but we'll take it. So we're in a west only.
Riichi.
And since he is west, that is a real pain to get rid of. I know all the 7s are gone, which is one. Okay, fine. Okay, Riichi Patsu Pinfu, Dora, 2 red Dora. Actually, no, it wasn't Pinfu. Yeah, sorry. Riichi Patsu and Dora, Dora, Dora. Well, I hope your day was better than mine. I've spent the entire day getting annoyed with energy suppliers. But I've managed to fight that off with a healthy round of Betrayal, and also now some Mahjong, which... yeah. Alright, so we're looking at the 678 Sanchiku as our Yaku here, at least in terms of natural hand development. Well, I personally do not deal with your energy companies, so it's all good. It's all good. I work for an energy broker in the UK, so, you know. It just means I have to deal with them trying to, you know, shove their incompetence with it, invoicing, billing, and various other bits of nonsense. Okay. Not ideal, but we're now 1 from Tenpai. Drawing the 7 gives us the pin 2, I suppose. Oh, actually, it doesn't because you've got the triplet of those. I can't even go Chanter at this point. I probably could have kept that, tossed the 6-8 instead. But if I draw a 5, that's Dora, so I want to keep that option alive. Alright, Tempai. But South drawn 7 it is. If I draw the 5, though, that gives me the ideal two-sided. I can't win just incidentally here, but I equally don't want to try and force things. I can't go into a pairweight either because all the 6s are gone. Well, he says that. Alright, let's go into this. I'm still not going to reach it. There's only the 1 dots available. Trying to work out if that changes anything. Probably not. On some level, I should be going for this, but if I'd have gone for it, I'd have lost 1,000 points. So I'm going to take that as a positive decision. All right, that also brings me closer to the leader position. Hand that is not great, but again, we'll see where we are after we toss all 3 dragons and the east. I've got 4 pairs. If I can pair up a green dragon with my next draw, I'm feeling okay about things. And if these were 7s instead of 6s, I'd be feeling much happier about the situation. All right, let's keep... I should still get rid of the east over that, but... Let's see. I've got Ryan Pico as a potential hand here. Okay. No Ryan Pico for me. Tuso for Tempai. Well, actually, it's Tempai if I draw the 7 as well, but you know. Good to meet you, sir. How are we doing? Okay, that's an okay-ish draw here. Let's risk the dragon on turn 5. Let's see what we're looking at. So we've got Sanoko possibilities, Ipeco. No, let's just keep an eye on things. So what's everybody else going on? Draconis is still pretty... Alright, so called that. Let's toss the 8 anyway. Thankfully he didn't draw the 7s, but he is calling a couple of pairs of 8s, so Sancho Kodoko is a potential thing you could be looking at. There's no 8s out. Or we could just gain Toy Toy, yeah. Tanya Toy Toy. Could follow him into Tempai, but waiting on the 2 only doesn't seem like a great idea. And I don't have a Yaki if I just got the 2, so we're going to have to wait on that. Okay. 6 passes or 7. Gonna play the coward's way out here and just go with that. So if I get once it gets played, I do get Ipeco Dora, but we'll go with that way round rather than this. With all the 8s gone, that should be fine. Technically, there was 1 8. He could be waiting on that, but it seems unlikely. Okay, option to change. Go with that. We'll stick with what we got for the moment. Set. Alright, we've got a CG. All of the 8s are gone. Yep. I mean, it's not an ideal thing here because I can't do anything with his Forso discards. I can potentially win off one of the remaining 2 1s, though. Yeah, I had to play it. Green Dragon's safe. We're using up all the thinking time at this point. Alright. Rise with the Sumo, Ipeiko. Oh, that's just 7 pairs, sorry. 7 pairs, Red Dora Sumo. And he takes the lead. I would not mind a new hand here if people wanted to go for that. Thanks for the follow. Also, I need to adjust the thing on that, I think, a little bit, because I'm still getting duplicate sounds, which is not good. But thanks for the sub, sir. Or ma'am. Oh, thanks for the sub as well. Alright, Alright, we only got the 1 south left, but honestly, our hand hasn't gone anywhere since this, so we're going to have to get rid of that as well. At this point, I just like to get the dealer turn and then see what I can do. I'm the last dealer, so I've always got the chance of the Maid of Jam comeback. Alright, 1 there. Get rid of the 8. 1 to 3 Sanchiku is a possibility. Which also had also Dora in that as well. Chance of Sanchiku or... Probably not. Alright, well, let's keep going with the plan anyway. Oh, let's see, I just need a hand. That's fine. There are other people around. It's just, yeah, they're not very talkative. Also, people you'll find in the game are actually kind of observing the chat as well, so...
Riichi.
This is true. It is 20 past 11 currently. Alright. 2 Red Dragons been played. It's unlikely he wants that. Also, I have to do a thing. Alright, Kyril, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the games earlier. I will catch you next week. Alright, Dora 2. Play the safe tile against Scotty. So we have 9 8s as safe tiles as well. North doesn't see... Nah, North's fine. So getting into the end of this... Yeah, but you're coming at it from the other end. You just woke up to this. We've been up all day, had a day of work, and just getting into this. Dora. I don't think it's going to do anything for us, though. He's most likely after a high dot or high Manzi weight, but we'll see. And with Draconis attacking, I've got to be aware of potential shenanigans from him as well. 2's probably safe against him, but it's not guaranteed. Yeah, mid 5-8 weight. Yeah, 2-5-8. Well, Scotty picks up Hanneman, and I pick up the dealer turn. I am quite a way back. I could do with a win. Okay. This is an okay start. We'll see where this goes. Huzzah! Time for some jam. I'd be tempted to go aggressive here, but I feel we'll avoid it until we got this dragon sorted out. Oh. I explained it.
Home.
I want to say language, my dear, but okay.
Home.
We're dealer. We need it.
Home. Chi.
I am the dealer. I need all the jam right now. Come on, 4-7.
Chi. Long.
All right, round 2. All right, 1 from Tenpai then. Looking at just seeing... Actually, no, I'm not 1 from Tenpai. I'm 2 from Tenpai. I guess I'm technically in Tenpai if I draw the 8 or either side of weight here, but... Is that better? Probably not. Let's go with that anyway.
Riichi.
All right. Let's go for it. I'm the dealer. I have nothing to lose. I'm in last place. Let's go. Reach Dora. If I'd have waited, I'd have had that. But thankfully, I'm not giving away any information here. Come on, 8 dot. You want to play the 8 dot. Wrong 8. Alright, 1 dot. I mean, all of them are still available. It's a little risky, but, you know, I want to put some pressure on. I want to get the rampage building up, and that's a very dodgy discard right now. Yep, I own a couple of sets. I even have a set of Washizu tiles, which are basically 3 see-through ones, 1 real one. I did a Washizu stream on YouTube a little while ago, which was weird, free player. Played it with... Well, good hand, Mungan, and I will settle into last place, and I will definitely play 1 more. I'm not ending on that. GG. Let me just do a thing quickly. So this is not helping my situation out. Did we actually have a game that's already been played, or am I missing one? Nope. Apparently I still got one. Alright, one more game. Uno más. That's fair. Uno más. Yep, final game. Ah. Where are we? I really should keep my stuff better organized. Hmm. Oh, so you're not going to get involved, or actually, I should probably post a link, shouldn't I? Oh, that would be helpful. The only one I found is Sonic Crazy, who is probably the person who I'd say is the most prolific person on there. Let me just find the thing. Apologies, I haven't got things prepared. Yep, somebody can join in if they want. We only have 3 in the lobby, so anybody who wishes to do in. You're already in. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure whether you had a link or not. So it's myself, Urza, and presumably Cronus, because he said last game, so waiting on one more. Okay, you're in. Debbie, what hand are you in your game at the moment? Because clearly you should abandon it and leave and just play our game. It's clearly more important, even though I know you can't technically do that. I don't know. Play games rather than concentrating on our game. It's not on, my wife. Yeah, I figured. You're in East too. Okay. Rise, do you want to just join in for the last one? I know you said you wanted to watch, but if she's still in East 2, it's not likely to... Also become indeed. Rise, seriously. I appreciate the bits, I always do, but you have to do them one at a time. I'm always appreciative. Don't want you to think I'm nuts. But darn you, sir. Absolutely. Yep, fair enough. Fair enough then. Oh dear. Are you still doing things? Well, this place is just a case of put yourself into the game. You're sitting out and just annoying me by throwing bits at me. Well, I suppose I can set up for free player. If Vebi's not likely to get out of the game very soon, I'm going to go for free player just to end it. Oh no, we have a game. We have a no-name. Thank you, Mr. No-Name. This is going to be awkward, but I'm assuming that's Makotis. Otherwise, I'm not sure how I'm going to rank this on the board. Because we do have a little table that we're building up again. Okay, that's fine. As long as I know it's you, I can mark you on the sheet for later. Because we do have a sort of tournament league table thing, which we occasionally use. That would be more distracting than anything, sir. But you might need some of those bits for when people inevitably subscribe or follow. I say inevitably, but you know. Whatever happens, happens. All right. On with the game.
Home.
Okay, Dragonus with the early dragon. We would appreciate that. Rise killed my dealer rampage after 2. I say it was a rampage, it was just 2 quick hands, and then Rise just ended the game for me. Which, you know, was nice of him. Okay, toss that. Actually, I could have kept it. I was on for 7 pairs.
Riichi.
Alright, no-name Riichi. About to see if he's learned from the Kriev school of Mahjong, or he's actually... Well, we'll see. He's no-name, so we don't know what his rank is, actually, from that. Thank you very much. It also means I can talk about my hand a little more, which means for post-commentary reasons I can try and explain what I'm doing. So for the moment, I'm just safety playing this. Draconus seems to be as well. Urza seems to be as well. So Urza didn't play a lot of games during the glory days of this, but was extremely solid player. And towards the top end of the few games he did play. I say few games. He wasn't as prolific as Viking or Draconus or myself, but he definitely got in there quite a lot. Alright, West Wind. 1, 2... Okay, West is it. I think we'll play the 1 here. I think we're mostly consigned to folding at this point. But we got some distance to go here. 7 safe. We're potentially 1 from Tempai. If we draw a 7 man, that gives us a Pinfu weight as well. Which would be fairly awesome. Okay, we'll play Compact. Got to be slightly careful of Draconus. He's probably somewhere near Tempai himself. Cool, that hit Tempai, but I get no Yaku for it. East. 1, 2... Alright, 2 it is. Ah, you can do that anyway.
Home.
Too tired to watch right now, but you know, I can potentially do that. We don't mind. Alright, last discard. Height aid, no. So, No Name was waiting on a free 6 up top, just waiting on a closed 6 with not a lot of 6s left, from what I can remember. In fact, that was dead weight because we just had that. Okay. Hand 2. Draconis Still Dealer. Possibly. Possibly, but I was also partially covering against Urza.
Home. Riichi.
Wow, that's a thing. Well, things. Yeah, probably could have done. I mean, in fairness, Rise, I'm not really in peak mental concentration at this stage, so you're probably right, but I think I was thinking about other things. Anyway, this is the last risky tile I can really go for at this point. It's whether somebody wants to try and challenge.
She.
He does. I want to say I consider everything at this late in the evening. I really don't. 1 from Tenpai, though. Well, actually, no, we're not. Alright, 1 dot or the 4. The 4 is actually probably safe. That 4 was followed. So let's go cut 4, cut 4. Still gives the 468 potential there. Alright, we'll cut 2 of those. Follow the 7. So if we draw a 6, we're in Tenpai, but not for anything particularly. Reach draw a 1 at best.
Riichi.
And Draconis has decided to pursue Reach, which was not a good idea. Alright. Yeah, this is also true. This is why I'm better at analysing hands afterwards than doing it. And I know I make tons of mistakes as we go on. Still, game moves on. No Name has a reasonable lead. White Dragon.
Home.
He's on his own level. This is very true. Okay, that's okay. Is it worth trying to push the Sanshikyu here? Is the question. I think I'm going to cut that. This is a very quick pin through hand, but it's not worth a lot. Unless I get... even then, I'm not really looking at things. I'll be frank. It's scary looking at Agen's plays back. It is just... It is scary. He's improving, but that doesn't show a lot. I'd be tempted to get rid of the 9s there, but we'll keep one with what we got here. We're 1 away from pin through Reach. Nothing much else going for me.
Riichi.
Alright, Reach from No Name. 4 dot is not a good discard against that, unfortunately, so I'm hoping to draw the 5 and then go into Tanya. Which unfortunately makes that 4-3 a very bad discard.
Kang.
What is the rule? Alright, so I have a safe discard that way. Yeah, I don't have anything. We have to risk things.
Dong.
Yeah, there. Alright, well, this is going to cost me. Hanneman it is. Alright. Let's brew up some jam. This is a good hand.
Riichi.
You think they all are? Anyway, can't away.
Dong.
Okay, East 4 then.
Home.
Begin the aggressive calling.
Home.
I have to be at that. That's fine. I can't really do much else with that, in fairness. Well, Tanya or a 1 is about as good as I can manage from this. I was tempted to go for this, and I'm still might, but fine. Well, that was me going for it. At this point, I've got nothing to lose, so we're going to have to try everything at this point. Okay, so we got Draw a Dragon. Has a potential option here, but let's see what we can do.
Home.
I think we may have to go and open up the jam jar here. But the taps haven't been on all night for that, so goodness knows. Alright. So, best plan for this, Tanyo Ipeiko, or just Tanyo Toy Toy. So we'll get rid of the 1 free, and we'll see what we can go from that. Problem is, I imagine I'm going to deal in on this free. For some bizarre reason, I imagine that's going to be the case. What are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, two useful draws. 2. Nothing's been eliminated yet. One useless draw. Time for maximum tiltage. Should probably discarded the 4 there, but the 3 is going to be slightly more dodgy, I reckon. So 1 man, 9 dot, south. There's only 1 south left.
Home.
And we got somebody going fast. Okay. So 3 away at absolute best. And if anybody plays a south before I am in Tempai, trouble. Because I have absolutely 0 comeback to that. 9 dots. That's still fine. Last west.
Home. Long.
Well, the hand's moved on, which at least has got to be something. So momentum shifted. Let's see where this takes us. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a cockatoo hand from here. Alright, that one's useful. We'll need a bit of a rampage to come back from this one, but that's a good draw. Starts us off. Tanyo Dora. Close the 5 as well, which was useful. So 1 from Tempo. Possibility of a Sanshku as well. I appreciate the help, Rise, but I don't think that bluff's going to work. For some reason, I do not believe that bluff is going to work. Five dot or 5 man for Sanshku. All hands are possibilities. All right, come on. 5 dot 5 man. Wrong 5. But Riichi Sanshku, Dora 1. I'll take it open, but I doubt that Urs is going to play either of the 5s at the moment. 5 dot is safe to no name though. Dragon Call for Draconis. Six does not help me at this moment. I suppose I could have got rid of a 9 there. But there's a chance that would backfire on me, so we'll avoid that.
Riichi.
Alright, Riichi Sanshku. Red Dora. I'm not expecting a 5 dot to come out of this, but we'll see. Alright, well I basically double my point score with that. In fairness, I didn't really pull off that many Itsus. Alright, West doesn't help me. We're double South, and we would much prefer these to be South ones, but it's fine. We managed to progress. Gained a few points back. Deal a turn if we can get another one. Non-draw dragon for next one. I see a missed 7 pairs. Also, I can't type right now. Can't type. Tired. I can't pull that off. I don't know, I pulled...
Kang.
Okay, I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, can't reach. Somebody's got a plan. No name dealing in here would be okay. My problem is I don't have any safe tiles. I've got the 6 and that's probably it. Which depressingly means I've got to display it. Kill my hand, kill momentum, and just try to avoid things. Don't see any easy safe tiles either. Well, let's just go terminals. He probably wants low Sozu to load Pinfu. Probably something low tiles anyway. 8-7 are probably my next tiles I'm going to risk.
Wrong.
Well, Draconis picks up some points. I now need a miracle. Where's that jam jar? That is not a jam jar. Yet. Yeah, 2016. Yeah. Tired. Leave me alone. I need jam. I wish it was that long. I mean, I only started. I mean, it could have been that long, actually. I mean, YouTube started 10 years ago, but I didn't start things seriously on YouTube until. Oh, jeez, I've been on YouTube for 9 years. I actually missed my 9-year anniversary because that would have been about 7th of December. I suddenly feel old.
Chi.
Kind of have to. I need to pair something, of course, which is why I didn't want to do that. But I'm looking at 5, 6, 7 Sanshikyu as a possible answer. If I pair any of these 3 dots, that would be ideal.
Riichi.
One away, then. I do definitely need this rampage. Okay, that passed. I can call 5s, either 5s actually, and stay in Tenpai. Can't do it with that. Green Dragon. Three's not helpful. God damn it, come on. Give me a 5 or a 7. Or a 4. I'll take a 4 right now. 4 plus to 5, go for it. Five, 8. Go on, 8 was a safe tile. Play that one. Five, 8. 8's a safe tile. Go on. Go on. Wrong 8. Alright, we go again. I missed that. Finally. Alright, so again, we're probably looking at quick Tanya here. Yes, we're aware of that. West isn't helpful. I think it's a case of call the 8, toss the 1, and see where we can go.
Home.
At least threaten the dealer rampage, if I can't actually get to one. If I can call us something else, I can get near enough Tenpai. Okay, getting there. So I just need to close one of these bits, and I am pretty much where I need to be. This warning. Yes, I'm bluffing. I'm bluffing like mad here. But Tenpai, 4-6. Yeah, sorry about that, Rise. I really don't mean it. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to be bluffing. Trying to do the bluffs. They're not gonna work.
相撲
Alright. Let's start this off. So I think this is another Tanyo hand. Okay. Ipeko's closed only. Yeah, I knew that, but you know, I had the double run. I had the Tenpai. That was what I mostly cared about with that. Alright, we opened that up because we got 3 pairs anyway.
本
Drawing a 4 would be useful. Is that more or less useful than that? I genuinely don't know, so I'm just going to cut the same tile I cut before. Indeed, Gregory, unfortunately, we are really in the last game now. I've already said the last game was the previous one to this, and we kept going anyway. It wasn't good. Alright, Dora. So we're double Dora, Tanyo. I try not to, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Normally I go into Tanyo. Normally, because of the way I naturally play, I tend to favour the Tanyo side, so I cut the 1. It's also 1's likely to be safer over the 4, because 4 is a middle tile, can be used in more runs, whereas the 1 is a isolated thing, so normally I'd cut the 1. Obviously, chance of considerations, but if the rest of the hand isn't looking like it, I'd still most likely cut the 1. Oh, that's going to be a for a 10 trap in a moment. Alright. 4-7. Yep, Gregory is a bit of a globetrotter right now. Might regret that in a moment. So, Draconis keeps playing the 4 and 7s I need from Urza. That's the one I can't call. I can call the dots and still go for it, but good news is I now know that's safe. It's only been a couple of weeks. I can't get one every week. I had a go at one, but you know, that's a different matter. 5 dot out of you would be perfect right now. I'm not going to hit Tenpai. If I don't hit Tenpai, I'm in real trouble here. Come on, Jam. Don't fail me now. I've got one more draw. I can call the 5 dots if they come up. I can call the free man if it comes up. But those are it. Reach 5 dot? Nope. Nope. Last chance. Draw for Tenpai. No. Bugger. So I can say to that. Bugger. Well, that's my comeback over. I need to yak him in the last hand or I am out. The jam has failed me. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Sankansu Dora 4. Or just try and pick up a few thousand points for that. Yeah, I mean, I can get a hand out of this. This isn't too difficult at this point. It's just not worth anything particularly. Unless I can... I mean, a pair of West would be fine. Would help, certainly. But it's not really all that valuable.
Home.
And as it looks like he's just playing to secure third. Yeah. I mean, one of the other people who is an English-speaking Mahjong player on YouTube, Sonic Crazy, he's been translating the Yukagi scans for yonks, basically. Oh, for God's sake. My apologies. Second's achievable, but not with this hand. I mean, that popped up just before I was going to discard it anyway. If you'd have decided that a little after that I'd discarded it, I'd let you off, but yeah. It's fine, I got rid of that anyway. Double West wouldn't help me too much.
Riichi.
Tanya Ipeiko. And enough points to secure third is pretty much all I can do with this. Two sixes left. Yeah, pretty much. I'm non-dealer, so I'd need the... Yeah, I need the 24. Might going to get me close, but not enough. So unless people want to start carning like mad, this isn't going to be it. I mean, if no name actually gets into the end of the game, I might take it.
Sumo.
I will take the sumo because that does give me third. Riichi Peiko sumo, Tanyo, Dora. Got the Hanneman at least. That puts me into second. We'll take it. Okay. Yeah, GG. Lucky second. Cons. Where were my cons? Where were my cons? Oh dear. Well, anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. It's a good stream as always. I will update these scoreboards when I get a spare moment tomorrow. I imagine I'm no longer on top, but we'll see. So, catch you next week around the same time. Until then.